What's up everybody, Chef Glenn B and I'm back in the kitchen, and today I'm making Chinese spare ribs. This is my version of this recipe. I absolutely think that it's better than takeout for a couple of reasons. First is because it's absolutely delicious. That's a good enough reason in itself. But the other reason is that I get to choose the ingredients that I put into my Chinese spare ribs. I get to choose the quality of the ribs and the quality of everything else that I'm using. So it's definitely better than takeout. Let's get started. So I've got my spare ribs here, and what I want to do is I want to get these cut into individual ribs. All right, and so in making my marinade for my ribs, I got all of these ingredients here that I need to get into this Ziploc bag. And starting with soy sauce, got some honey, hoisin sauce, I've got rice wine vinegar, mirin. So I've got here some crushed red pepper that I soaked in warm water for about 15-20 minutes to really draw the flavor out. Into the bag. I've got some garlic, and I've got my garlic press. I'm gonna press the garlic right into this, right into the bag. So I've got some ginger here, and I've got a little spoon. I'm gonna peel this ginger with the spoon. So I've got my ginger peeled, and I've got this microplane. I'm gonna go ahead and grate it up. I'm gonna add my ginger to the bag. So I'm gonna add some red food coloring to my marinade. It's gonna help me to get a nice red color on my ribs. And into the bag goes my ribs. So I've got my ribs in the bag. I'm gonna stick these in the refrigerator and marinate them overnight. All right, so the wine that I'm pairing with my Chinese spare ribs is the 2019 Horsepower Fiddleneck Vineyard Grenache. This is from Walla Walla Valley. This is from famed wine producer Christophe Baron. He also has the labels Cayuse and No Girls and a few others, and they're all equally impressive in their own right. So again, the 2019 Horsepower Fiddleneck Vineyard Grenache. It's a little dark. It's got some funk on the nose. There's a sweet, fruity aspect to it on the nose, but it's also got a little funkiness going on. I'm interested to see what it tastes like. Let's give it a taste. So what I'm looking for in a wine to pair with these Chinese spare ribs is something where the tannins aren't too high, where there's plenty of nice fruit, some good acidity, not too much acidity. And I think we're fitting the bill here. This is, it's a light-bodied wine, pretty good acidity. It's got some pepper notes, it's got a little bitter finish. The tannins is very low tannins. Nice long finish. This is really a unique example of a Grenache. I tell you, this is a really a thought-provoking Grenache, to say the least. And again, when I make these recommendations for pairings, I don't necessarily intend or expect that you're gonna go out and grab a horsepower. If you can grab a horsepower, fantastic. But these wine pairing suggestions are generalizations. So a Grenache, I think, just generally speaking, is gonna pair well with these Chinese spare ribs. So hopefully this pairs, let's see. All right, so one last point about this wine. The name horsepower, there's a reason for that. In the vineyards here, where in other vineyards the work might be done by mechanized equipment, it's done by horsepower. No mechanized equipment in these vineyards, strictly horsepower. All right, so my ribs have been marinating overnight. I wanna get them out of this marinade onto this wire rack that I have here. I'm gonna cover them in the aluminum foil. I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. So I'm gonna start with baking them for about an hour. I wanna see exactly where they are in about an hour. I'm gonna stick a paring knife in them just to see how tender they are. They may need an additional 15 or 20 minutes or so, but I'm gonna start with an hour. Nice and red. Nice and tender. So I'm gonna brush these with the marinade that I had them in. I've got my oven cranked up to 450 degrees. I'm gonna stick these in the oven for anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes, but you wanna monitor them closely because they will burn, okay? So I'm gonna brush them, stick them in, keep a close eye on them. I want them to get nice and brown. I want maybe a little bit of char on them, if you know, in a perfect world, we'll see. All right, so my Chinese spare ribs are done. We've already tasted the wine. I'm gonna dig right into these ribs. Look at that color, that glaze. Tender, delicious. This is better than any takeout you'll get. Because remember, you get to pick the ingredients. You know what's going into your dish. This is fantastic, I'm telling you. Wow. Let's see if it pairs. So I didn't tell you, the barbecue sauce on the ribs is quite simply plum sauce. Just that simple. So let's see if this pairs. I don't like the pairing. No, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Give me a second. All right, so the Grenache didn't work. I've got a 2019 Turley Zinfandel, one of my favorite producers of Zinfandel. You've actually probably seen a video in the past where I had a Zinfandel, or I'm sorry, a Turley wine. It was not the same vintage, not the same vineyard, totally different wine, but it's one of my go-to producers. So let's see if this works. That works. Wow. The vibrant fruit in this wine really matches what's going on in these ribs. There's a nice little, just enough amount of acidity going on. Beautiful pairing, but I gotta double check. Man, seriously good ribs. Perfect pairing. I'm Chef Glenn B, and as always, eat well.